Greetings, Manchester. You're in tune to the search engine with Anthony and Gadja.
Blessed love, Manchester.
Welcome back for another week. Peace FM 90.1. Loads been happening all over the place around the world, but also right here in Manchester. Had a little nip into the town hall today, where they were voting on the cuts that they're going to make in Manchester. Over 2,000 jobs need to go. We'll be discussing that this evening, discussing what's the impact of these cuts on the people of Manchester. How's it affecting you? Give us a call, or you can send us a text. It's not the only council that's making cuts, it's not the only country that's making cuts. So throughout the show we'll be looking at it from the position of Manchester, then looking at it on the wider scale, on how is it going to affect everybody in the future. How are you being affected by it? How's your children being affected by these cuts? What's being closed in your area? There was a bit of a triumph that I heard today as well in relation to Levenshulme Baths, which was due to close, and they all, I don't know, managed to have a little turnaround. Is this a lesson that we all can learn? How did they do it? How did they get everybody together? But they made a change of mind. We'll be right back. Tins.
Yes.
We're in tune to the search engine, Anthony and Gadja. Whoa, so we played there, you heard there Tony Lloyd, Richard Lees, somebody else, can't remember his name, who's in some executive job in the council, talking about the council cuts. And we've got guests in the studio. Do you want to say some hellos? We've got Brother Rakar. Good evening.
Hey, hello, I'm here.
We've got Colette Williams.
Good evening, everybody.
We've got Shahida.
Hi, everyone.
And we've got Steph.
Hello, everybody.
Again, Steph, Shahida and Colette were all present this morning at in fact, what was it? Because I think I got told about it and I just turned up. So what was actually going on today at the town hall?
What was going on today at the town hall? It was for the councillors. It was a meeting for the councillors, Manchester City Council, to vote on the offer on the budget for the proposals of the cuts. So they were voting in the budget for 2011-2012.
Yo, alright. Can you hear me over there? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, Anthony, I don't want to deviate off of the topic. We're on the cuts, hold on. But before I go on, I just want to say this to the people out there who are listening. Those of you who have tried to contact me via Peace FM and not been able to get in touch with me, I am sorry if the message never reached me. I acknowledge that you've been trying to reach me, get in contact. I'm going to put a number out there in a minute where you can reach me on. And second again, yeah, we talk about it. I mean, normally what we used to do, me and Anthony, when we start the show, we'd talk about a couple of things that happening like on the day, you understand, and then we would, or the week, and then we'd go into the topic. But I mean, I guess I'll probably be able to talk about it soon. But there's something that for people who are listening in now, if you can check while we have this conversation, 1 million plus odd fish float up dead today in the California Marina Bay. Yeah, 1 million fish float up dead fish.
In which bay?
In a California Marina Bay, float up dead. They said there was 1.5 feet of dead fish. Over 1 million. That's what they said. They reported over 1 million. So what they're saying, it could be more than that. You understand me? So while we're talking about the cuts, I want you to just pull it up on YouTube or in the paper that today, and just pull it up, because I want to mention it before we're out. Yeah. So we can then go back. Yeah, we can go back to the cuts. And
yeah, you get in that search engine and find that out. So what might they put in? What might they put in to look for that?
Just put in dead fish, California. Simple. Put that in.
All right. Okay, so you were saying, Colette,
Yeah.
about the meeting. It
Yeah.
was to vote. It was to make a vote to say the cuts that they're making a final.
That's right, yeah. In October, the Comprehensive Spending Review, George Osborne announced the amount of money that was going to be given to central government and local government. And then it was about 3 weeks ago, about 21 days ago, Manchester City Council actually announced how they were going to cut £120 million from the local budget. And that equated to 2,000 job losses. They were talking about closing 36 Sure Start centres in Manchester, closing the youth provisions, all the youth provisions in Manchester, also closing down 11 June baths and a number of libraries, closing down public toilets apart from one, and also bringing in Sunday parking fees and extending parking fees from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 p.m. at night.
Wow. Steph, what was your take on today?
Well, I work for Manchester Advice, which is another of the services that they're proposing, and they've decided to cut today. And we give free legal advice on housing, debt issues and benefit issues to 80,000 Manchester residents a year. That's going as well. That's been decided. I mean, today was really disappointing, and I think it made people very angry, because these are savage cuts in Manchester. You know, they're really going to badly affect Manchester residents, particularly ordinary Manchester residents. And I think we're just very disappointed that a Labour council, a majority Labour council, pushed through. I know it's come from the Lib Dem Conservative government, but the cuts are so savage that we expected, you know, the Labour council to turn round and say, no, we're not doing this, we're not inflicting this on the people of Manchester that we're supposed to be representing. And instead they had a 3-line whip, which meant that all the Labour councillors basically had to vote for the cuts or would be excluded from the Labour Party, and they pushed these savage cuts through, and it was just very, very disappointing.
So if you say that your service would help or deal with over 80,000, is that in a year?
That's a year, yeah.
What type of issues would somebody be coming to use your service?
Right, so what we do, if people are at threat of being evicted from their homes or losing homes that they owned, we advise people and help people, and we actually stop hundreds of people a year being evicted from their homes or losing homes that they own. We help people whose benefits have been stopped or benefits have been messed up, people with mental health problems, people who are sick and disabled. So it's the most disadvantaged people in Manchester that we help with these type of issues. People who've got like multiple debts, we help renegotiate their debts or get their debts written off. It's all that kind of work that we do, and in a period where we're in a recession, where the government's cutting benefits, where people are losing their jobs and at risk of losing their homes and getting more into debt, this is a service that is needed more than ever. Definitely. And in this sort of atmosphere, they're just cutting that.
Let me ask you a question. Do you really believe they give a damn?
No, I think Tony asked the question was, you know, do we not think that they've sat down and thought about it?
No, but do you think they care? But I'm saying, do you believe, honestly, right, that they care?
That the councillors care?
I'm asking you, do you really believe, right, that they care?
They care about
what they're doing to the people. Do you believe that they care? That's what I'm asking you. Do you believe that? Do you believe?
I'm gonna have to say I don't think that they. Yeah, I'm going to say that I don't think they care.
All right. Do any of you believe that they care?
Of course they don't care. It's very clear that they don't.
So what I'm saying, my thing is this, right? Is that we can sit here till probably 6 in the morning, right? And go over what it is that they're doing, or we can forget that and actually talk about a solution of how we can actually do something. You understand me?
When you say they, who do you mean when you say they?
They.
Gotcha. Can I say something on that?
Go on.
What I wanted to say was, your name again? I'm sorry.
Steph.
Yes, Steph articulated clearly that it would actually, in the long run, cost them more
not to have
by making these cuts. And what I want to put out there is, based on a lot of information that we've been going over for a few weeks, is that the people they're cutting are not in the future plans, so they're not going to cost them anything.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
People that do these things can care less about life. So the people they're cutting, they're not looking to hold on to or to take care of.
Yeah.
They're going to cut it off altogether. All right? And they have already pre-planned the revolution. They understand that people would revolt. This is already part of their plan. The quicker the revolt, the quicker they can react through military and do what they really, what they've been doing for a long time, slowly. And that's where we are. Now there is, I mean, the people are so far behind the ball because the majority of people have become complicit by living in a society that overspends, living in a society that overindulge, that spend and get things we don't need. So we've been complicit with it. But now it's time to pay the piper. Now I'm not saying, I'm not here with doom and gloom. What I'm saying is there is a solution, but I don't know if people are willing to deal with the solution. You understand? Because they're not looking to foot the bill for these people. They have plans for these people. These CCTVs were put in over, started probably a decade ago for this very same situation we're in now. They understood we'll be in a time in which it would be them, the bankers, with their military against the majority of the people. And the depopulation program. This is a serious depopulation program that's been going on since the beginning of really the 20th century. So they have used up the resources, the banks and these corporations, and there's not enough, as they claim, to feed the people. So it's really slow death that they must speed up based on their raping of the earth, but it's the low and the poor that have to pay for their greed.
Indeed.
You understand? So what I'm saying is, let's be careful and not fall into the traps of doing the things they know we're supposed to do, or we are to do. People are, people are looking to revolt. They set up those revolts in the Middle East.